Hello friends. Today we are going to discuss about failure. Yes, I hear you. You're thinking, oh no, is such a negative topic being discussed in a positive channel called Life and Blog? You see, therein lies the problem. We are conditioned to think of failure as a negative result and we avoid it like a disease. Let me share a simple example of some of the unforeseen consequences of this behavior of avoiding failure. In the end, I hope to convince you to embrace failure and look forward to it. At the very least, not view failure as a failure. My manager is a very conservative type of person, but like everyone else, he desires to impress his higher management. Because he is a highly experienced person, he has mastered the art of making money. So using that knowledge, he has a good track record of showing positive results and making a lot of revenue for the company. Okay, all this seems good. So what is the connection with failure in this example? Well, I'm getting there. Though my manager was very talented at creating revenue, he was quite conservative, as I said before. As a result, his instructions to the team were usually in the lines of, let's make money, but without making any mistakes or losses. He made it a point to reinforce this message during every team meeting. So he started to micromanage every deal that was proposed by his team. Whatever happened over time was, the team started to anticipate the questions from the manager. And to avoid friction with him, they started to make really conservative deals. Instead of taking calculated risks, they started playing really safe. They started to do the bare minimum in order to keep the manager happy and at peace. The team that were smashing their goals and getting 150% started to go down to 110% and then trained themselves to lower their expectations further to achieve 100%. One might think that an achievement of 100% on the goals isn't that bad, but the effects of the manager's fear of failure is also seen here. The thing is, instead of committing to his team's capacity of 10 deals per quarter, the manager played conservatively and set the goals as only 5 deals per quarter. So on paper, this team was performing very well. But the reality was, the results were going down year on year as per the company's evaluation. The sad thing is, the morale of the employees were high as they had been working exactly as how their managers had trained them to do so. So when the next round of firing happened, these guys had absolutely no clue why their names were picked. They were terribly disillusionized. Think about it. If you are consistently successful, then you're not pushing yourself hard enough. There is very little to learn from victory. Instead, when you fail, you can learn from the person that was successful, how they had gone about their pursuit, and become better at what to do. In Morgan Housel's book, The Psychology of Money, he says that the most successful investor of all time, Warren Buffett's wealth, was driven primarily by about 5% of his deals being successful. Only 5%. Imagine if he had been scared of failure and avoided the other 95% of deals, then he would have not made the 5% deals as well. And poof, there goes his massive wealth. Success and failure are but two sides of the same coin. But our society has trained us to celebrate success more, and more importantly, to look at failure as failure. Make it a taboo, shaming it, ridiculing it. Our celebration of success and aversion to failure is akin to us building a wall between us and true success. Okay, now that I've convinced you that failure is necessary for growth, how can we incorporate failure into our work lives? I can draw inspiration from the methodology that was utilized during my master's program in the UK. The dean of the program used to comment that the program was designed to create an environment for students to fail safely. Taking this back to our example of the conservative manager and his team, let us assume that the manager is giving his team a little more trust and credit. Instead of micromanaging every deal of his team, he now gives them a little budget. Instead of saying, I want to make the most money with zero failure, this time he says, go ahead and experiment within this budget. I will tolerate losses within this budget. By encouraging his team to take more risks, but still utilizing his conservative and diligent nature, he is now able to coach them into a team that takes calculated risks based on due diligence. The team becomes curious, empowered, highly skillful in risk-taking, and their confidence this time will be well-founded on truly good results. Positivity is fueled by failure. Thanks for watching Life and Blog. Do share your experiences through a comment, and I shall see you soon with another interesting video. Do subscribe for more content from Life and Blog, where we try to inspire you one video at a time.